if anybody can speak to why we must speak up and speak out, it is the person that you hold in the highest of esteem when it comes to speaking up and out with the right size platform in favor, not against, but in favor of the Palestinian children. And that's Miss Rachel. And she used her platform for all it's worth when she was on Congress now to make this statement.
You have said that you don't want to work with people who don't speak out on Gaza.
I think that it's really important for celebrities and leaders to know that you can handle some criticism for saving human lives, and that nothing is more precious than their lives. And the criticism, I think that there's a narrative that there's so much criticism and not support, but there's so much support. I have had so many people come up to me from all walks of life and start crying about these kids. And I think leaders think, oh, you're not connected to Palestinian people and Gaza. And what's true is we are connected to them, and you're not connected to us. You're not hearing us. That
I'm losing my fucking mind with this shit. Like I am. I'm losing it. I just cannot with these babies. I am just losing my mind.
And people don't want to look at this, which is what makes it even worse.
I look at it every day. It freaks me out, but I do it every day.
Yeah.
Just losing my shit.
Remember, dehumanization of these kids, which has always been the plan. And there are people that actually will listen. I do worry about how much we've lost our humanity.
Oh, I will never forgive this.
Neither will I. I don't know how anybody in the chat who would ever forgive anybody, especially anybody that you know for a fact is on board with this shit. How can you look at these fucking kids? How do you look at them and not see that this kid is scared to death, living in a tent?
It's when I see the kids comforting each other, or they're shaking because they're so scared, or kids who say that they want to die. There's the children in Gaza. 1 out of 5 kids in Gaza is suicidal. Like, this is some sick shit that we are never going to get over this as human beings. I don't see how we can resolve this ever. And I don't understand where all these psychos are going to go.
Round them up. I don't give a fuck. Wherever they go.
I'm worried. But the problem is that they're going to be living amongst us. And these people cannot be living amongst us.
Yep.
Hearing us that we want to feed children, and we want children to have education, and we know it's just the right thing to do to help children, but it also serves everyone, and it serves our children. We know that because of research, that when you take care of children and they have education, they're going to become happier, healthier adults in societies. And so I just think it's so important that we take care of the world's children. And I think it's such a huge failing of us adults that we're not.
Oh, we clearly, and I've said this before, and I don't remember which episode, we have failed as a species. We have failed as a species, because there is no way that you can look at what's happening and not see that as a complete failure in humanity. So I just, honestly, we get a big old F. That's it. We get a fucking F. And this is not something that we're going to be able to get like makeup credit for. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know how you come back from this level of failure. I don't know. It's like, it'll be like post World War II Holocaust. That's what we'll be dealing with. And I don't know. And the level of generational trauma that has been set in motion from this will just perpetrate another thing and another thing, because that's what happens. Trauma begets trauma begets trauma. We're never getting over this.
And the problem is that we don't see any end in sight, which I think at the end of the day is probably the hardest lesson for all of us to accept here, is that right now, I don't know how this is ending or when it's going to end, but it's going to end eventually. And as we've said, it's always been motivated by, I've always maintained that everything's always about money and power. It's the $500 billion worth of natural gas that's under Gaza's soil that they've wanted forever. They had to figure out an excuse to get in there and get it. And then it's the real estate redevelopment along the Mediterranean coastline, which is trillions more. And if we have to kill a couple of million people in order to get what we want, a hell of a lot more people have been killed for a hell of a lot less.
And
That's
I know
what
that,
history-
that people do see it that way, but make no mistake. Make no mistake. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. So I want everybody to stop and think what the reaction will be when the dust settles.
Oh, yeah.
Because there is no just this happens and things. No. Whatever that equal and opposite reaction is, we're going to feel that. And
Well,
you know
that's
what? We have it coming. We have it coming. That's what you get when you get an F.
But that's also why the Zionists, we have to, like you say, lance them off like a boil for this reason, because they constantly talk about we have to deal with Hamas. We've got to deal with Hamas. And yet
Please someone say Hamas to my face again. Please somebody say Hamas to my face again. When somebody says Hamas, I seriously, I want one of those things where like the boxing glove just comes out on like a spring and just punches them in the face. Yes. Do not say Hamas to me. I just don't want to hear it. I'm so disinterested.
What is always pointed out when some dickwad, like whether it's Netanyahu or whoever, goes on national TV and says, we have to deal with Hamas, that's the problem. And anyone who actually has even a small modicum of actual understanding of journalism will tell them, you do understand that since the beginning of this conflict, Hamas has increased its numbers. They haven't lost numbers. They're not even neutral. They've increased them. Why is that? Because you're committing a genocide and you're creating a whole bunch of vengeful people how could you
And they're not even vengeful. That is right there. What blows my mind. And that's what's so fascinating to me. You know, all the Zios say shit like, oh, if you were there, they'd be raping you, or you go there and say, what? Not at all would that be the case. They're not vengeful. They just don't want to have people standing on their neck anymore.